Can you guess what I'm holding? A cockroach. That's right, we're at the Victoria Bug Zoo and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. Hey, baby.
On today's show, what you need to know to start an art collection. And on the anniversary of the tragic shipwreck, which many call the Titanic of Canada, a poignant story on the Empress of Ireland. All that and much more on Go Island.
I hate to bug y'all, but I'm going to, because as the host of Go Island, I want to invite you all into the Victoria Bug Zoo to experience the world of bugs. They are fascinating, they are interesting, and we'd like to think that they're kind of a lot of fun. Tell us a little bit about the precious little guy in your hands here.
Well, this here is a leaf bug. There you go. A leaf bug from Southeast Asia. You'll notice that every part of its body looks like a leaf, kind of a tattered dead leaf. As it gets older, it turns more red to match the tree.
Wow. You love to share the stories so that people don't have that ooh, ick fear of bugs, right?
It's true. That is one of our missions that we try and help people with if they have any fear of bugs. You don't have to be afraid of them. Look at this cute little critter right here, close up.
It's so true. I always come here, and when I leave, I actually think to myself, oh, they're kind of cute. You have an affection for them. It's like, hey, baby, you give me a kiss.
From learning about bugs to learning about art, our next story might inspire you to start an art collection.
So this weekend, head to Oak Bay. Not only does every store in Oak Bay Ave have an expert on hand to inspire and teach, but there's all sorts of things going on. Do shopping, do a little eating. And if you find any ants in your food, celebrate it, because ants are really cool. We're here at the Victoria Bug Zoo. It is such a cool place to fall in love with the creatures that normally we hate, we smack, we stamp on. When you come here, you'll do the opposite. You'll actually want to take some home. The ants are really amazing. Tell us where these ones are from.
Well, these are the Amazonian leafcutter ants. And they say in the Amazon that they make 4 times the biomass of all the other plants and animals combined. So that means that most of the Amazon rainforest is these ants underground. This fungus is what their food supply is. They build this fungus themselves from chewed up leaves. And then that actually releases nitrogen, which makes the rainforest possible because it makes nitrogen-rich soil.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
And what are they doing with these leaves?
Those leaves, they carry them wherever they need them.
Yep.
They chew them up. They mix them with their saliva.
Yeah.
A little bit of their poopies, and that makes good fertilizer. And on that, they grow their food. So this stuff here is their food supply.
Wow. And if you come to the Victoria Bug Zoo, not only will you see them at work, but you will have the opportunity to see the entire colony, because it takes up like 2 full walls. It is just phenomenal.
We have one of the biggest colonies in captivity, which is still tiny compared to how big they are in the wild. This would be 25 feet down and 3 of these rooms wide in the wild.
I can't wait to meet a few tarantulas. Oh yeah, there's tarantulas here at the Victoria Bug Zoo. But first, Paul Ballstein met with a man who, when he's not shooting sitcoms and Hollywood, he is sharing the story of a shipwreck that happened right here in Canada that he likes to call the Titanic of this country. Every instinct in me wants to scream like a little girl as I look at this giant spider, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be more sophisticated. Well, yeah, because you actually had to fear bugs before you started working here.
That's true. And then they told me that actually you have to hold the tarantula. And so I learned how to get over them. And you know, once you get to know them, they're not so bad. This here is Jane. She's very sweet, aren't you, Jane? She is about 16 years old, going on 17.
Wow.
And chances can live up to 25 years. So she's she's in the middle.
Now, what do you have to think about when you're holding a tarantula to make sure that it's safe for you?
Don't blow on them. They hate that.
Okay.
So do most people.
Yeah.
My grandma hates that. Yeah.
So just be polite. Use your manners around her.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, no sudden movements, but really, they are moody individuals. So sometimes they're not in the mood to be held at all, and they're very obvious with their body language.
Okay.
So that's one way. Just look at how they're acting, and she is very happy right now. So that's good.
She must like us. And if the tarantula were to do something naughty, what would you do?
I would give her a stern talking to. It's not, I would put her back and we'd go for another tarantula. We have lots of tarantulas here, so we rotate them all the time. They never get too much action. We make sure they're not overworked.
So basically everything you learn at the Bug Zoo you can apply to the rest of your life.
Exactly right. She has helped a lot of people deal with their arachnophobia. Just by the sheer act of holding a giant spider on their hand really helps a lot of people get over it. I know it helped me get over it.
Amazing, amazing. I'm telling you, I'm not sure if I want to hold it, but I do feel...
You probably should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What if she doesn't like me?
For the world. Do it for the world.
I'm doing it for all of you.
There you go. So one of the first questions I asked when I started working here is, can they smell fear? Short answer is no.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a very short break. When we come back, a little historical bike tour through Nanaimo. Welcome back to Go Island. We're at the Victoria Bug Zoo. It's creepy, crawly, but really actually a lot of fun here. What do we have here, Mr. Bug Ambassador?
Well, this here is Chungololo, or the giant South African millipede. And they're very gentle herbivores. When they get scared, they curl into a ball. The other thing they do is release iodine that makes them taste bad, but also is a good disinfectant. The chimpanzees in Africa actually grab these guys, shake them around, and then put the iodine on their cuts and scrapes.
No way.
Way. And this is not poop, it's just dirt.
That's so cool.
Would you like to try holding this millipede?
Sure.
So millipedes don't have 1,000 feet. Like we've been told, they actually have somewhere between 200 and 400.
They do have a lot of feet though, man.
It's true, so someone started counting, and they got bored and just rounded up, basically.
They are so cool. What do they eat?
So fruits and vegetables, mainly.
Right.
Yeah. They're very good for the soil, so if you have millipedes in your garden, they'll help your soil, a lot like worms do.
Very cool.
We have a millipede on the island called the cyanide millipede, because it releases cyanide, not iodine. Has yellow dots on it. It's not enough to poison you or anything like that. You'd have to eat a lot of millipedes to get cyanide poisoning. So you have to be very determined, but it does make them smell like almonds, which is a fun party trick if you're in the woods.
See all the fascinating things that you learn
That's what we're talking about.
Zoo. Now, speaking of being entertained, one of the best ways to experience a city is on two wheels. And there is a historical tour available. Derek Johnstone with that story. Of course, this week is a Bike to Work week, so take your time as you're riding to work and take in all the beautiful things around you. Maybe even take a closer look and see what bugs are around. We're here at the Victoria Bug Zoo. What do you have hanging out on your shoulder there?
This is a stick bug, so named because it looks like a stick, obviously. Yes. And from all over the world, stick bugs live and love. This one looks like a piece of bamboo because that's what she would live on. Yeah, so put your arm out. That's probably the best way.
Okay.
She will go for your face, but she's a vegetarian, so you're good.
Okay. This is crazy. So obviously this is an incredible camouflage. How long can these babies get?
13 inches, not including their legs.
Yes. And what's the longest one you have here?
I don't know, probably a good 11 inches.
Wow.
Yeah.
They are the coolest thing. And what do these guys feed off of?
So we feed them Himalayan blackberry leaves, but they will eat bamboo in the wild, which is why she looks like a piece of bamboo. You are what you eat.
The things I do for you, the viewer. We have to take a very short break, but when we come back, This Week in BC takes a look at the debate between our BC teachers and the BC government. Some things at the Victoria Bug Zoo that do scare me, like this. What is this?
So this here is our forest scorpion from Africa. She has these big claws on the front. She uses those claws to hunt, to catch her food. You can see the stinger on the back. She doesn't really use that to catch food. They use it during mating.
Oh.
Interesting. little S&M scorpions.
Yeah.
And so there are some smaller scorpions over here that have tiny claws, and they actually use their stinger to catch their food. So they have this thing that'll make you sick, whereas she will not.
So you're in no danger.
No danger. If she did sting, it would be basically like a bee sting at its strongest.
Okay.
I should
Wow.
say that you're in no danger.
Why?
Because aren't you going to hold it next?
Okay, the things you make me do.
So maybe go two hands nice
Okay.
and flat so she feels safe.
So lots of cool things at the Victoria Bug Zoo all the time. If you want to come down here and learn about the world of bugs, it really is fascinating. And every time I come, I learn something new. The bug ambassadors are so entertaining and informative, and you will leave with a whole new love affair for these little creatures. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us and teaching us all about the world of bugs.
For you.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I want to thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir, casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.